Say hi. Hi.
Good morning. We survived the rat's nest in Chickasha, Oklahoma. We didn't catch MRSA, our shoes are still on, and today we're officially making the final sprint down through the Texas border. Welcome to part 2 of our ultimate road trip moving to Mexico. Today we're driving our SUV all the way down to Eagle Pass, Texas, checking into the pet-friendly Welcome Inn, and prepping for the big Eagle Pass border crossing into Piedras Negras tomorrow morning. We'll show you the setup that we have for transporting our little cat Coco long distances. It's just perfect for this SUV. If you've ever wondered or considering driving your cat or dog into Mexico, the end of this episode is going to be relevant to you. And even if it's not, hop in and come along for the ride from Oklahoma to Texas. Let's go! Hey, how's it going? Halloween came early for us. We just spent a night in a scary motel. If we weren't so tired and I hadn't already taken the roof rack off and all that stuff and unloaded it, we would have definitely demanded our money back and went somewhere else. We slept in our clothes. Literally slept in our clothes on top of the bed.
How messed up was that?
Yep.
And yeah, it was just a shit show. But anyway, we're just getting ready to head out to Eagles Pass. 9-hour drive. And then we'll head over to Mexico in the morning. So we'll show you a couple things along the way. And anything from you today?
No, onward and upward.
Yeah, you can't get much worse than last night, but we lived through it. All right, talk to you later. Cheers. So we set off for the day. It's another late October cloudy day. We're going to get some rain again for the second day in a row, definitely. But our spirits were up despite last night's accommodations. And it wouldn't be long before.
Welcome to Texas.
That river we just went over was the border into Texas, so we are now into the last state of our journey. We noticed that there was a Love's Rest stop in Wichita Falls, which I always thought was in Kansas for some reason, but it's not because we're driving through it right now. All right, so we are in Texas, finally. Elbow. Nothing much to tell you. Stop for gas.
Head north towards Central East Freeway.
There you go. That's where we're going. Heading north to Central East Freeway. That's it. Anson, Texas. We're getting there. Holy shit. I'm not sure what that stuff is.
It's all pipes!
It's pipes. Is that why that guy stopped, maybe? Yeah, he's picking them up. Look through our dead bug window. What's on the other side of this big hill? City, maybe? Or nothing? More hill.
Do not pick up hitchhikers.
We usually don't pick up hitchhikers.
In case you wondered about that hitchhiker sign, there's lots of prisons around this area, so they don't want people breaking out and then hitchhiking away, I guess. At Wichita Falls, we got on Highway 277, stayed on a really long time, but we were really impressed that they had a lot of these historic roadside parks. You could stretch your legs there, take the dog for a walk, have a picnic if you want. This one happened to be in Cristobal. Very convenient for traveling with animals. What's up, buddy? Today we're going to cover 900 kilometers or 560 miles of road on our way to Eagle Pass. Got a gorgeous sunset while we're driving, about the 6.5 hour mark. About an hour later, we're pulling up the Chevron at Eagle Pass to get some gas. Just filling up here in Eagles Pass before we go to bed for the night. And something that I did just by accident, I wasn't paying attention, is that at this gas station, normally the 87 grade is on the left in most gas stations I've been. As you can see, that's 93, so I put $4 into the premium before I realized I did it, and then switched over to regular. I had a car once and I put premium in because I thought I'd treat it right when I bought it. Oh, that's loud. And it ran like shit till the tank was empty, so hopefully that doesn't happen here. But anyway, that's it. We'll be getting up and leaving tomorrow morning, so 16 hours in Mexico, so we'll split that in 2 drives and let you know how that goes. Alright, I have not seen this place. This is the Welcome Inn in Eagle Pass. Pet friendly hotel. What did we pay for this, babe?
I don't know right off. I don't know.
Yeah, it's $25 an animal or a dog.
Pet fee.
It's a big room, double bed, all tile floor. So if the animal does the business in the wrong spot, probably not the end of the world. Got a microwave, fridge, lots of places to put your clothes. Nice big TV. It's nicely cooled and chilled in here. Holy crap. This is massive. Nice. Not bad. We just could not do another Motel 6 after that last one. It was it's crazy. No, this place is nice. People were super nice on the phone to us. And then they were really nice. So nice! So nice! When we checked in, so let you know more if there's more to tell you, but we're only here till tomorrow morning. This is the border crossing town that we're going to go into Mexico from, so we'll probably do that between 9 and 10 tomorrow. I guess it's super busy between 7 and 9. So anyway, that's it for today. Somebody's liking it here, aren't you, baby bean? Huh? This was more than this. That makes no sense. Hey, good morning. We're just getting packed up here, ready to leave the Welcome Inn where we're staying. And they have free breakfast here too. So today I got some breakfast tacos. This one's potato and vegetable. There's a chorizo and I'm not sure what that one is. You know I like tacos, so that's a great way to start the day. So we're gonna get an oil change before we get across the border. We didn't realize it when we were leaving home, but when we pulled in last night, we're like 100 kilometers away from our oil change. So we'll do that today. Then we're gonna cross the border, and I think we're gonna stay in Monclova tonight. Nope. So we'll show you what that hotel looks like and all that good stuff. But yeah, a little nervous crossing this border. I've never done this before, so I think we've got all of our documents and things that we need. We got to get a tip permit for the car, a temporary import permit, I think that's called. And it's only good for 6 months, so if you have a car that's not Mexican, then you have to get a tip permit if you're a foreigner. So that's what we got to do today. And then we'll get our visa for 180 days and then off to where we're staying. Like I said, it's on the West Coast. We've done a video on it already, the first place. We've done a video on the second place, and the third place we're going to end up staying at the end of our stay we have not stayed at before. So anyway, that's it for this morning from Eagle Pass here, Texas. Well, thanks for following along. If you want to help with the channel, we're both not working now, so if you want to help the channel out, we have a buy me a coffee link below if you want to check that out. Anyway, that's it for today. Not for today, for now. I'm obviously not woke up yet, but Coco's getting ready for another day out. That's it for now. Cheers. Okay, so we've got a little black cat with us named Coco, and this is the setup we've got in the back here. Got the dog cage, we've got the litter box. It's actually wire tied here, so it can't slide around on us when we're driving down the road, going around bends and things. She's tending to sleep on the other side of that. It looks like we've got a dog pad there in case some accidents. She's a pretty old cat, but she's done super well, and we haven't had any issues so far. This is a Honda CRV, so this is a large dog crate that fits in there perfectly. This place was located right off Highway 277, which is the road that we brought in last night, and it's only 7 minutes to the bridge we're taking to Mexico today. So how'd you like the drive from Oklahoma to Texas?
Other than the monsoon rainstorm we drove through, it was good.
Yeah.
A lot of hills.
Uneventful. The ride generally from all the whole entire way through the States was good. Nobody bothered us. People were super nice when we at the road stops.
Yeah.
Polite. We didn't have any issues. So if anybody's worried about that, our experience was
Good.
it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So some of you might be traveling with pets and wondering what you need to do to get across. So we're going to share our experience. By no means are we an expert on this topic.
And things change, but at the time
things
of
do
us,
change. So we crossed in
October.
October. So this is our experience from that time. We will drop a link to the Mexico Relocation Guides article. They did that right after we had a live chat with them. We'll also link that in the description.
Yeah, she did all the updates, if there is any, on bringing pets into Mexico.
A lot of questions about screwworm right now, so we'll talk about that too. So anyway, she's kind of the expert on it because she does all the stuff behind the scenes. I kind of drive and film and edit, and she does pretty much everything else to allow me the time to do the other things. But so leaving Canada to go in the States, what do we need?
We needed to fill out the CDC form online. You get a confirmation sent to your email when it's completed.
We'll leave a link in the description for that.
Yeah, so essentially you need a microchip. You need a health certificate from your vet saying your pet is healthy and free of any diseases or anything. And then proof of rabies, like rabies certification.
Vaccinations.
And vaccinations.
So our experience, like personally going through that process into the States when we crossed was, well, it's a necessary thing you have to do. The guy really didn't
ask
a whole lot of questions about it. We had the proof in our hands.
Yeah, I did pick up and show him my phone where it has the confirmation of the CDC form being completed.
Yep.
And for the cat, we didn't need the CDC thing, but we did need rabies certification and a health certificate, the same thing, saying that she was healthy, free of any wounds or diseases or anything like that.
Yep.
So both of those things from our vet here in Chatham, Ontario, which is close to us, and we just like that veterinarian, so we've been going there a long time, for Buddy's microchip, and the 2 health certificates and proof of rabies certification for both the cat and the dog. It came to $169.05.
The only thing the guy really seemed to dig in on was to make sure that we filled out the CDC form.
Yes.
Where there was no opening the doors, they didn't inspect the animals or anything like that.
Yeah,
So-
he could see Buddy, and I mean, he looked happy and healthy. And
Yeah, so I mean, it was for us, our experience specifically, very smooth. We were
Yes.
5 minutes at the border
Yep.
total. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. Now, what about going into Mexico from Canada to the States?
Going into Mexico, they can ask also to see the dog and see the certification of health and the rabies certificate.
Yep.
We had it just already, and I had it on my lap and kind of held it up when she looked in and pet Buddy. And
She did grab one of the things and look at it, didn't she?
no,
Oh, I thought she did.
no, she just took our passports initially, and then asked about the dog, and that was about it.
Yeah.
It was very smooth as well. She was very nice. She liked Buddy. He's a pretty friendly guy.
Yeah, for sure. She petted him.
She pet him, so I mean,
Yeah.
she did somewhat check him to make sure, he didn't have any wounds. He looked healthy and happy,
Yeah.
like I said.
But it was a faster border crossing probably than it was going from Canada to the States.
Yeah,
The longest thing we had to do was wait for somebody to come to the car.
yeah.
So for us, it was pretty smooth. Definitely, you're going to want to read the Mexican Relocation Guide article that we link, because there are things like if your dog's under 6 months old, you can't bring your dog. You're only supposed to bring 1 day's worth of bulk food
Yes.
and then buy the rest there.
Ours is a Canadian brand of dog food made in Canada, so I wasn't too worried about it. We did bring extra food for both.
Well, our dog's got an allergy to about everything but fish and a couple other things, so we finally found a food he could eat. So we brought that until we were able to find a substitute in Mexico. We had it covered. So.
Yes. And
Okay.
our vet was a little concerned about Coco traveling.
At her age.
At her age, she's 18 and a half now. At the time, she was just shy of 18, I think, and he was concerned about her age and traveling. I guess that $169 would have included a few sedatives for Coco. Because she's very old and very light in weight. He suggested breaking them in half, and I'm not sure, he maybe gave us 10 of those.
We didn't use them all, not even close.
Yeah, we did use them throughout the day for her travel, but we broke them in half because of, like I said, her age and her weight. But that was elective. He thought maybe we should consider not taking her, but she made out
She's
fine.
been with us for a long time, so it wasn't an option.
Yeah. So coming back into the States from Mexico is very similar. You still need to do the CDC form again, and since we picked up a Mexican street dog and ended up bringing him home with us,
You might be able to see him in the background there.
Diego, Eric will put in a shot of him, I'm sure, which we are foster fails for because he is now part of the family, I guess. We didn't rehome him like the original plan.
Little weasel got into my heart.
And it definitely cost more for us to come home. That was a highest vet bill we had,
Yeah.
but it was like, again,
And we are not rich by any stretch of the imagination. That was an expense we didn't plan on incurring. So, plus he eats like a freaking cow.
yeah, we thought it would be similar-ish to the vet bill we had paid here, but with the screwworm on top of it for one dog, not two. One thing about the screwworm test is we did only need it for the dogs at least. And then, like I said, I added in vaccines, microchip, health certificates for all three, rabies certification for all three was $510 Canadian. We paid in pesos and on our Visa, and they converted it for us.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. So, coming into Canada from the States.
Canada from the States?
By this point, we have every documentation we need. We don't need to spend any more money.
No. Canada is pretty lax. We don't have to fill any forms out online or anything. You just...
Not yet. As of the time of this video.
Yeah. So Canada just needs rabies certification, and they can inspect the dog, I think, to make sure it looks healthy and free of wounds and stuff.
Well, same as going to Mexico, they may ask you to pull over to inspect the dog, so
Yeah.
just know that too. And
Yeah,
the States,
any border can
point. Yeah.
pull you in
Yeah.
and look at the animal and all your certifications.
Yep. So,
So,
anyway, our experience was going to and from was easy.
So yeah, I guess a tip for that from me would be just have your stuff out and don't make them ask for it. Have it ready on your lap or have your phone open to the CDC confirmation that it was done,
Yep.
and it should go smoothly.
Yeah, less questions they have to ask you, the quicker it'll be for everybody.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's what we know. Actually, that's what we experienced.
Yeah.
Again, we defer to more experts like the document that we put in the details.
So yeah, better safe than sorry to have it all done and ready to go.
That's going to be it for today's video. We hope you liked it or got something out of it. If you did, throw a like down below.
Subscribe if you haven't.
Ring the bell if you want to be notified when we make another video. You can also help us out on Buy Me a Coffee. We'll drop the link below. Anybody that gives us anything there, we'll give you a custom video response to that. And we gave away our last tumbler from one before we left because I didn't have a pink one. I finally got it done.
Congratulations to Julia.
She runs a travel company. I'll throw her Facebook page link below for those people that aren't brave enough to book on their own. She's somebody that we know and that we trust. So I guess that's it for today.
As always, thanks for watching.
Until next time.
Cheers.
Yeah, I was surprised how many hills were in Texas. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be like Alberta, kind of. Well, I guess there's lots of hills in Alberta. I'm just going to shut up and start over.
Them Rocky Mountains as high as they say.